If you've been one of the many people who miss games like Advance Wars, developer Chucklefish has you covered. I've been saying for years, if there's anything that needs a little more groove, it's war, and this game is more than ready to hit the dance floor. Bad analogy, here's my review. Wargroove is a tactical turn-based game in which you must command units to complete objectives on a map ranging from destroying the enemy to taking fortresses, or simply just escaping. The diversity in objective isn't grand, but as any tactics gamer will tell you, the meat and potatoes is forming a successful strategy. In this regard, Wargroove is a blast featuring a dozen or so commanders and different types of troops to charge your way to victory. Commanders vary based on the story objective and have a special move they can power up and use during battle called a groove. This can be anything from providing extra defense to allowing adjacent teammates a second turn to light healing, but added an extra layer of strategy to the battle as it was always a gamble on whether or not you want to use it or wait for a more crucial time. Teammates and enemies all have different stats when it comes to attack, defense, and mobility, and determining when to use who was the difference in the tides of battle. Units all have enemies they are strong and weak against, but also provide opportunities for crits, critical attacks that are performed when certain criteria are met. Archers, for example, are great at long-ranged attacks, but they perform a crit when they can attack without having to move first. Again, strategy pros and cons come into play here, as spacing out a ranged attack over two moves, one to get into place and the other to attack, is a gamble, as it's also an opportunity for the enemy to attack first. Needless to say, the battle mechanics are well thought out and will require some foresight and planning to succeed. And succeed you will want, as the first drawback in the campaign mode is that the length of some of the missions can skew towards the longer side. Now with the Switch, you can always go into sleep mode and pick up and play later. You can also quit and come back where you left off, which is great if you're squeezing in time to play, as most level 30 gamers do. You can't create a save file mid-match, which I'm sure is done to prevent cheating. It's just a shame when you're in a match for 40-some minutes only to lose towards the end. The first side mission you get to play in is in a castle where you can't see far ahead of you, which meant I was constantly moving troops ahead to see the area. It also meant I was basically sending in troops to the unknown only to have 2 or 3 enemies appear. Long story short, the end of a match knowing you're going to have to start over again isn't fun. While this didn't happen too often, it's worth mentioning for sure, as it is incredibly frustrating when it does. The characters are great, and so is the art style, animation, and music, but sadly that charm doesn't translate to a terribly deep story. In between and before battle, you are treated to cutscenes, which again are cute, but are nothing more than a simple front to rationalize the battle criteria that follows. Unlike Advance Wars or Fire Emblem that do a good job of building characters and story, Wargroove falls a little short in this area. It doesn't impact how much fun it is to play, but I do wish there was a stronger connection to the people in battle. Your success leads to higher ranks and stars with a well-run campaign, earning higher ranks that give you unlockables ranging from characters, background histories, and concept art. It's worth it to play through the campaign for some of these, but on first playthrough I never found myself restarting campaign missions just to try and earn the coveted S rank. The rest of Wargroove's offerings help provide different but similar ways to play. An arcade mode allows you to pick a commander and play through battles smaller in scale. Maps are small, which is nice because it puts the completion time around the 15 to 20 minute mark versus the 40+ minute mark for campaign. Puzzle mode drops you into a battle in progress and gives you a single turn to complete an objective. Fun, but not as much staying power as its final mode, and that is its robust game editor. Now I say game editor because level editor doesn't do it justice. Here, you can create battles, set conditions for victory, or make your own campaign with multiple battles, overworld traversal, even cutscenes with custom dialogue. On top of which, you're able to share all this with other players, and because the game features crossplay between other platforms, including PC, there will no doubt be a robust mod scene. This extends the life of the game indefinitely, as there will always be additional content being created. Wargroove has been in the public eye for a while, especially as a follow-up to Switch success Stardew Valley, so expectations were high. A slightly weak campaign hurts a little, but doesn't diminish the excellent gameplay, wonderful artwork and music, not to mention fantastic editor. Wargroove is a tactics game fans will love, while anybody looking to get into the genre should enjoy as well. This game is highly recommended. Well, that'll do it for this level 30 review of Wargroove on the Nintendo Switch. Please check out our YouTube channel, as we've been extending our offerings to Let's Plays, comedic Let's Plays, news, and other things as well. We're looking to grow, and we hope you enjoy. Please check us out. Until then, we'll see you in the next level.